Alright, y'all, so welcome back to Cirius TV. This vlog is going to be a little bit different. It's mainly just me talking, giving y'all a little bit of motivation, giving y'all a little bit more insight as to who I am, what I've been through, things like that. It's very raw, uncut. I didn't really do a lot of editing with this video. As y'all see, I'm just chilling in the crib. I look kind of crazy, but you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. With that being said, let's just get straight into the video. So for one, like I said, I'm 25. The majority of all this happened between the ages of 21 through 24. And I was just a young nigga out here with some money, hanging with my friends, my cousin, his close friend. And we got some money from something that happened. How should I say it? Going through money, dealing with family and money and business, it doesn't mix. It never really mixes. But all of these things have led me to where I am now, and I just wanted to be able to talk about it on my platform. This is still a motivational video. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just telling my story, you know what I'm saying? So when I was about 21 during the pandemic, I locked in on my clothes, I locked in on my music. I did 2 projects, Phases, and I recorded Redemption, and I also recorded Golden Child. Golden Child and Phases are my first 2 projects, and Redemption is the project that I just dropped this past April. Throughout this time, I was just going through a lot mentally, still smoking, still doing a variety of drugs, just doing things that young adults do, bro, and having to learn things the hard way. But I never lost sight of my vision and everything that I really wanted to do in my life. So, my cousin just asked me, do I want to help him run his company with his friend Kevin? I said, cool. Long story short, we came into a lot of money and we blew through it in like 4 to 5 months. And throughout this time, I learned how to manage money, how not to manage money, how to deal with people, how not to deal with people, going through a relationship that wasn't really the best at the time. I was just going through a lot, bro. I told myself that this video just has to be different. It just has to be different. So, yeah. But, throughout this time period of just dealing with a whole bunch of money that was basically given to me, I just had to learn a lot. And now that I'm in a position where I'm about to come into a lot of money again, I just wanted to go over a few mistakes that I've made and to tell you all how you cannot make the same mistakes as me. So, it's kind of like I don't know where to start. There's so many things that have happened in my life the past 2 to 3 years, and having to learn who to trust, who not to trust, how to move, who to keep around me, who to cross out, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that you have to learn as a young adult. And because I'm 25, I'm not 21 or 22 anymore, I feel like I'm in a safe space enough to be able to tell my story. So, like I said, let's get back into it. So, after we ran out of money, me and my cousin Mike, we got into it very, very bad, and he kicked me out. I ended up ending my lease. My lease ended July 2022. I had my own apartment. And instead of renewing the lease, I moved in with him. But after the money ran out, me, him, and Kevin got into it because we were just trying to figure out how to make more money out of nothing. Because, like I said, we ran through like $200,000 collectively. And I was doing a lot of shrooms at the time. My mental was like all over the place, bro. I was very paranoid. I didn't know who to trust. Money will do that to you. Drugs will do that to you. It's part of the reason why I don't really partake in any drugs now. I'm sober outside of this little vape. And after I run through this vape, I don't really want to vape anymore. It doesn't do anything for me. It's just nicotine. But I ended up having like a psychotic break off of shrooms, and I lost it. I literally lost my mind, bro. I was just like, bro, like, we can't trust Kevin. We can't trust anybody. Like, it's just us. Like, we have to stay a family. I'm working with my first cousin, so we grew up together. I know him. He knows me. But throughout that time period, I really just had to fend for myself in a way, because I didn't feel like I could trust anybody around me, not even him. And this is somebody that was very, very close to me. But he ended up kicking me out, and I ended up staying at my friend's house when I was staying at my friend's house. She has bipolar depression, and her mom died the previous year, so she was going through a lot as well. But it was me, her, my friend from high school, and like her two cousins were there, and it just wasn't a good living environment. Nobody was trying to work or do anything productive for real. It was a lot of energy in that house, for real. So I ended up leaving her house and I went to a homeless shelter because I didn't have anywhere else to go. Mind you, I didn't have any money at the time, so it's not like I could just get another apartment. Like, that wasn't even on my mind. Thinking back, I was telling myself if I would have moved to New York before we even got all of this money, I wouldn't have went through all of that. But everything happens for a reason, and if I would have just went to New York how I planned to, it probably wouldn't have turned out the way that I wanted it to turn out. So when I was at the homeless shelter, I got a job working at Nobu, and I was just washing dishes. And then I ended up getting a job at Waffle House a little bit later on, and I was just like making tips, just trying to figure out my life. Outside of that, they helped me get this apartment. They paid for like 5 or 6 months worth of rent, and I just had to pay the rent after that. So throughout that time period, I was trying to save money for my rent. I started working with Lee Was. Again, we initially started working with each other in 2020, but he's a terrible business owner. Like, he doesn't know how to manage money, clothes, inventory. He doesn't know how to do anything. But I started working with him again in August of 2023, and I was making a significant amount of money with him. We probably made $60K in 3 months. No ads. Well, I ran Instagram ads, but I didn't run any like major ads with like a marketing agency or anything like that. I just ran ads the way I knew how to run ads. So did that. He ended up running off with like $20,000, and I ended up going to jail because I had a warrant out for one of my cases that I didn't even know about. They sent all the paperwork to my old address, so by the time the warrant caught up to me, they said they were looking for me for like 6+ months. So I had to spend a month in jail. That is still crazy to me. That's like a whole separate story. But I was in jail for a month. And while I was in jail, I was still managing the store with Woods. But because I was in jail, I couldn't manage it. So he ran a sale. He made $20K off that one sale, and then he just ran off with the rest of the money. So that was October last year. And I've just been in numerous situations with people where I'm trying to tell them how to do something, and they're not listening to me, and I could already see how it was going. I had to have my mom look at the Shopify store while I was in jail. She's reading to me all the transactions from Shopify, everything that he spent, and it just crushed me, bro. It really crushed me. Like, I haven't really told this story online because I didn't really see the point, but I've worked with numerous people that have just fucked me over, and I'm not even talking about Micah or Kevin, because Micah never fucked me over, Kevin never fucked me over. Just dealing with Woods and just seeing how he is as a person, seeing him for who he is outside of just being a Instagram persona. It's just like, once you see people for who they are, you can't really go back to seeing them how they were before. So I was like, well, I can't work with him anymore, I can't deal with him anymore, and I'm out of money again. So like I said, the past 2 to 3 years have been very, very eye-opening for me. I've been able to see people for exactly who they are, especially when it comes to money. So my next course of action after I got out of jail was to get my credit up, make sure I can move to New York in a timely manner, do everything I need to do. So earlier this year, I made some more money. I made like $14K with one of my friends, and I was trying to work with Brez. I was trying to move, but I had like another psychotic break earlier this year because I had bipolar, and I wasn't on any medication. Raw dogging bipolar is the worst thing that you can do. Mind you, I have bipolar and I have autism, but I think the bipolar was just showing more because I wasn't on medication for either one of them. So I ran through my money I went to California, and I was trying to look at Stanford because I was thinking I need to go back to school, get another experience. I don't know why I wanted to go to Stanford so bad, but when I was a kid, Stanford was a school that I was thinking about going to. and I wanted to go visit the campus. But when I visited the campus, I couldn't do a solo trip by myself. Any other trip that I took a trip with my ex. Anytime I went on a trip, it was with her. So this is my first time taking a solo trip. And mind you, I was going through a bipolar episode and I wasn't able to even take the trip successfully. Like, I broke down the airport. I had to go to the hospital in Cali. Like, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Like, and I remember certain parts of this year, but I have to look through my camera roll to really see what I was doing and see what I was saying. Like, it was really bad. So, and that's something that I never shared online either. But my mental is a lot better now. I'm medicated. I take meds every single day, and just running through money multiple times, dealing with people multiple times. I was like, bro, am I the problem? Even after my breakup, I had to go through therapy for a year and some change. And my therapist told me, one, that some things that I told her were my fault, but a lot of things weren't my fault. It was the people around me. It was the environments that I was in. She said, you're the one getting therapy. You're the one that's getting on medication. You're the one that's doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you need to give yourself credit. A lot of people don't really give themselves credit. And she was also saying to let go of the past, because at the end of the day, you can't go back. It's another thing. You can't go back to the past. You can't erase what's already been done. You can't get a lot of relationships back that you lost. And that was something that I had to come to terms with as well. Hold on, let me turn my heat off. All right, had to turn my heat off. I don't know if that was affecting the audio or the quality of the video. But yeah, man, she was just saying, you're the person that's taking all the time that you need in order to be your best self, so give yourself credit. So throughout the remainder of the year, I just planned on, like I said, moving, making sure my mental health was at 100%, and just cutting off people that I didn't need in my life. Woods wanted me to work with him earlier this year from like July through September, and I heard him out, but I was like, bro, you owe me money. You owe me money. You owe me a lot of time, because at the end of the day, you ran off with $20,000 while I was in jail. There's really nothing to talk about at this point. At that point, I really just wanted to get physical, but I was like, there's no point. Like, if I beat you up, that's not gonna make me feel better. That's not gonna bring any money back. You know what I'm saying? He got a ski mask crocheted by one of my friends, and he never paid for it. She's mad at me for it. We don't even talk anymore. Like, I've lost a lot dealing with Lee Was in Lee Was Studios. So I told him, it's none of that. I was living with him for like a month, and then I just left because I was like, bro, if I don't leave this situation, I'm gonna forever be under you, and I don't want to be under anybody. So I left, moved back to where I was, and I've just been working ever since. Dealing with credit and credit repair ever since May. I've been working with Jacob and his business called Credit Gems. Credit Gems is a business that helps you fix your credit. He'll delete collections, he'll delete any derogatory trades, anything that's negative on your credit report. He'll help you boost your score and get business funding. So I've been working with Jacob for about 6 months now, almost 7. It's December now, so really almost 8. But I paid him, and he's just been doing everything that I need him to do. So with Jacob is a godsend, bro. Like, he shows me every week what he does. If I ask for an update, he'll give me an update with no problem, no issue, no nothing. And to work with him, it's been calm. Like I said, I had to cut off a lot of people that I don't vibe with anymore. And that's the best way I could put it. I've been single for a year with my ex. We stopped talking about a year ago. You know, she's doing whatever she's doing now. I don't know what she's doing. I just let it go and just focused on myself. I was like, if I don't focus on myself now, I'm never gonna focus on myself. So I was just like, well, if we're meant to talk in the future, we'll talk. If we're not, and I'll never talk to or see her again, I'm not gonna be too upset about it. You know, it just is what it is. That's just how life is. Sometimes you just have to go with whatever is going on in your life, and that's okay. That's okay. A lot happened in our relationship. A lot of good and a lot of bad. So that just is what it is. I won't speak negatively on her because she isn't a bad person, but I wasn't my best self when I was dating her. I'm at my best self now that I'm single, that I actually am medicated, in that I'm doing everything I need to do for myself. So that's a plus. But Atlanta in itself is just too much for me. I think there's a lot of trauma here for me. There's a lot of people here that I don't speak to anymore. Anytime I really go anywhere, it's because I need to go. I don't really pop out or go to events or anything like that anymore. Like Atlanta Streetwear Market, OTS, all these pop-up shops, like they're ran by people I don't really fuck with. The brands are basic. Atlanta's just burnt to me, bro. I've been here my entire life, and every time I tell somebody that, they're like, bro, like, Atlanta's the place to be. What do you mean? No, it's not. Not for me. You feel me? Even when I talk to my dad about it, he's just like, if you feel like you gotta move, you just gotta move. Just plot, plan, and leave. So that's what I'm doing now. I mainly wanted to make this video because I still want to be consistent with my vlogs, but I also just wanted to give a little bit more insight as to who I am as Cirius. Um, like I said, I'm 25 years old. I'm not that old, but compared to like other content creators, I guess I am a little bit older. A lot of people that I follow are like 22, 23, and I have a lot of experience when it comes to music and clothes. And this next chapter of my life is going to be crazy epic. With working with Jacob, he's able to obtain 200K per business, and I own 5 businesses. Only 3 out of 5 of my businesses are eligible for funding because they're 2 years old. When you're trying to get business funding, your business, whether it's LLC, sole proprietorship, whatever it is, it has to be at least 2 years old. And Payne is 2 years old. Payne Records, my record company, is 2 years old. Cirius Shop, my reselling business, is 2 years old. So I'm able to receive funding for each and every one of those. So the main reason why I concentrated on my credit this year was so that I could work with Jacob and do everything that I need to do. Move to New York with some racks and be able to live my life. So yeah. Why did I choose New York over LA or Tokyo, any other fashion capital in the world? New York is just a city that I've always wanted to live in. I know people up there already. And ever since I first went when I was like 11 years old, my family, I was like, damn, this is where I see myself living like the rest of my life easily. And I could just live there and travel to every other city and state that I really want to move to. So, yeah. I feel like that's it, maybe. I might go into depth with working with Woods or working with Mike and Kevin maybe later on. Or maybe when I get a little bit bigger, I'll be able to tell this story. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to keep certain things private because, like I said, it's not really my story to tell all the way. But I just want to give a little bit more insight as to what my life has been like the past few years. The warrants I had out were for shit related with my family. And my background being messed up really kind of affects me now as far as like getting a job or doing certain things. Like, your background is very important, bro. If you have a criminal record, people look at you crazy. It don't matter how long ago it happened. It don't matter what happened. I feel like I constantly have to explain to people when I apply to jobs, like, this isn't me anymore. But that's another story for another day, honestly. With these warrants that I had, life, bruh, life. Like, I really don't want to go into too much detail about those, but one day I will. One day I will, definitely, when my platform is a lot bigger and I feel like it's more safe to talk about that. But for now, it is making it hard to get jobs. I did want to work a job when I was in New York, but once I get all this money, I won't need a job, so I just kind of charge it to the game. And Atlanta jobs suck. They don't really pay too much, and they try to overwork you. Like, it's just not him. Like, right now I work at Publix. Publix is not paying enough, and they try to overwork me. And it's like, damn, they try to overwork me mainly because they need to hire more people, but I'm not doing more work than what I'm getting paid for. So it's no point, you see what I'm saying? Like, I only plan on working at Publix until I get my funding. Once I get my funding, I'm gone. So I'm not even tripping off the shit that they ask me to do. I just do what I'm supposed to do, which is the bare minimum, and I clock out. So there's nothing wrong working a job as long as you're doing what you need to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough. That's P. But anything else, I'm not even seeing. I don't really link up with people. I just go to work, come home, work on clothes, work on music, stay to myself. It's very, very simple. And once you get to be 24, your frontal lobe starts developing for real. and you really start to understand, like, when your parents said one day you gonna see, you really start to see. Like, some people are just like, bro, and there's no coming back from that. Like, how I know I have bipolar autism and I have to take medication for them. Some people will be out here knowing that they have mental disabilities and they'll still keep doing the same shit. You can't do that, bro. Like, you have to get help. You have to get a therapist. I have a therapist, a psychiatrist, and a regular doctor. I be at the doctor for real. I make sure to get my meds. I make sure to tell them whatever's wrong, whatever I feel like is wrong. And a lot of people are not going to do that for themselves. So, yeah, I just make sure to carry on, bro. I don't really dwell on anything. I used to. And now that I'm older, I think back to past mistakes that I made, but I don't think, damn, bro, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, because there's no going back regardless. You just have to keep going. Life is all about keeping going and keeping things in motion. And if you don't stop to look at life, sometimes you're gonna miss things. So I'm just at a point where I'm ready for the next phase of my life. I'm ready to take pain up a notch all the way, Cirius shop up all the way, because I love reselling clothes, bro. Like, I made Cirius shop with Micah because I was like, well, we can make a lot of money just reselling clothes to people. And he was like, bet. And then once I flipped 5,000 to 10,000, I was like, yeah, reselling clothes is fine. And that's really not even a big amount of money, but clothes-wise, that's a big amount of money, bro. Because we was just selling clothes like on Reddit, and I was just meeting a lot of people, engaging with a lot of people. My post was going up on Reddit. Like, it was cool. It was really cool. It was a really cool time of my life. But now I'm at a point where I just want to focus on pain. I do want to get more clothes to resell for Cirius shop, but I don't want to do that until I'm in New York in my new apartment and just doing everything I need to do for that. But I don't want this video to be too long. I'm really just trying to keep it a little short. So if you got to the end of this video, I appreciate you watching. Take care of yourself, man. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Keep God in your life. Keep your family very, very close to you. Just stay prayed up. Like, it's a very crazy world that we live in. We're living in crazy times right now. Trump is about to be back in office. Like, it's a lot going on in the world, bro. And I really think people don't stop to think about things the way that they used to. We live in a very fast world too. Things happen like that. And if you don't stop to look around sometimes, you're going to miss it. So with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all in the next vlog. And yeah, I'm out.
It's only one side to every single story. My heart made of gold, I just live in my glory. Out inside, I don't mind, I kept on wondering. My intention